Hi, James from the 11 Plus Tutors again. I've decided to restart my YouTube channel this academic year. I thought I'd give people time to settle into tuition and so on. But today I want to talk about something that we've done recently in my tuition lessons, which I really believe is the deal breaker for your child's writing. We're looking at figurative language. It sounds fancy, but some of this children have done already at school, similes primarily. Then we move on to metaphors, personification. I'm all for quick hacks, easy ways of kids accessing this and not getting stuck in the exam hall. We tend to find that kids are okay using similes. They know what a metaphor is, but they don't use it. Same with personification. So a simile, let's get going. A simile is where you're comparing two completely different things, but there's one attribute that's similar about them, or one or more attributes. For example, the clouds were like balls of cotton wool. We're not saying the clouds are like our balls of cotton wool. What we're saying is the fluffiness, the texture, the colour and so on. The key words for similes are as and like, and most kids in year 3 could answer that. Metaphors really are just advanced similes. All a child's got to do is take out as or like. They can think of a simile first, take out as or like, and be brave. This is the key thing. They've got to be bold and they've got to be brave. It falls down when people are too safe. So instead of saying it's like something, we say is something. Metaphor version of the same thing. The clouds were balls of cotton wool. We're not saying the clouds were white fluffy things, because they are that thing. We need something completely different that has some similarities, just some. What we're doing here with this type of stuff is painting a picture in the reader's mind. It's a creative endeavour. And this really makes it a deal breaker, because if most kids don't do this and your child does do this, they're going to stand out in the exam hall. Last but not least, personification. The clue is in the name. Personification. Talking about a thing as if it's a person. Quick hack for this. Really easy. Give a thing an emotion. Personification version, the clouds rumbled with anger. Now we know that clouds can't possess the emotion anger, but we understand it's a projection. We understand what the author means by this, and that's the key thing with all of this. It's got to make sense to the reader. We can't say, you know, the clouds were plates of spaghetti. It makes no sense. There's nothing similar about it. So we always say to kids, the reader's got to understand what you're comparing, but you've also got to be bold and you've got to be brave. It takes an act of bravery to go from as and like to saying it is that thing. And that's a stumbling block for a lot of kids, because they feel they're doing something weird or they're being asked to lie, but they must do this. Like I said, it's a creative endeavour. If your child starts to use these, I recommend they start setting themselves a target of using these in their writing at school. Remember, I always say to people, if you don't use it, you lose it. You've got to try and put these things into practice, set targets. Otherwise, kids do lessons on this stuff, but they don't put it into practice. I would say to my kids, try and use a metaphor within the first few lines of your writing, just to force yourself to do it. I hope this is the first of many for 2025-26. I know that these videos have been found valuable by many parents in the past, so I really think they're important. I'm going to make an effort to try and put these out every single week from now on. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.